Welcome back to SKT and part 3, our final episode on Fraser Island. This one is chaos.
It is colder than a snowman's pants.
We lift the secret and tell you our favourite camp spot on Fraser, but it gets scary when we have to play Russian roulette with the tides and the swells.
Oh no. So I've seen heaps of videos online of this, and I always thought like, oh, how do you even get yourself in this situation?
Sometimes life is a game of Russian roulette.
We show you the most overrated spot on Fraser Island that's hyped up way too much and is arguably the most dangerous place on the whole island. Our 4x4 mission goes horribly wrong with one expensive mistake leading to us breaking our setup, which is going to cost us big money to fix.
Nagala rocks, now you're doing a Waiu Creek, what's next?
How deep that was? It was like over my bonnet.
Watch out! Might have broken the first thing on the trip. It's not a cheap break either.
It was time to find our next Fraser Island beach camp, so we hooked the van up and we headed south along the East Coast beach. This ship that you see on Fraser Island in all the YouTube videos isn't just a ship. This is the SS Mahino, and it was built in Scotland in 1905, one of the first turbine-driven steamships ever made. It started its life off as a passenger boat, but when World War I broke out, it was converted to a hospital ship and carried many wounded soldiers out of France and the English Channel. Once the war finished, it was sold to Japan, but during its journey from the Tasman Sea to Japan, it was hit by a large cyclone and washed up on Fraser Island, and that is where it stayed. During World War II, it was decommissioned and became a live target practice for the Air Force and the Navy. Looking at this rusty relic today in 2025, you would never have known it would have seen many wounded soldiers and had such a turbulent past. It's amazing, between the bullets, the bombs, and Mother Nature's salty tongue, the SS Mahino is still sitting here for us to all admire and look at.
Rightio, we just got to our next campsite, and we got to do a bit of moving of stuff because the swell's so big at the moment. It's washing up all this wood and stuff, so lucky for me, it's pretty light. They call me Lumberjack for a reason. Alright, we got to punch up here now, so hopefully we can just get up this little cut in, and then we got such a sick spot up here, so fingers crossed we can get there.
This might be my favourite spot of the whole trip. It is so nice. It's like beautiful flat green grass. The only thing that'll be different from this one and the first camp that we stayed at is I reckon this one might be a little bit more busy because it's like closer to the cut-ins and stuff. And down the tip of the end, like you see no one around. So this one might be busier, but she's more grassy and like pretty.
Look at this, palm trees. We got bloody a palm tree, mate. That could be a coconut tree, actually.
So the next stop is one of the most popular tourist attractions on the island, and it's popular for a reason. It's absolutely beautiful. This one's Eli Creek, and if you haven't been to Eli Creek before, make sure you bring a floaty down with you because you can actually float down the creek. We forgot our floaties this time.
That's alright, we've got surfboards, so we're going to run the surfboards.
You can take your surfboard. I might just float.
No, you'll want a surfboard, trust me.
We're not taking that whole thing off the roof.
No, like there's...
Oh, one of your little ones.
Yeah, I reckon...
Anyway,
yeah,
so we'll just have this domestic later.
But if you guys remember if you've been watching the news in the last few years, a lady got bitten on the arse by a dingo.
Oh my god.
Now, that happened at Eli Creek. So there's normally a few dingoes around here, and when you do come to Fraser, the ones that are wearing a collar, you'll see some dingoes with just a tag. Most of them are tagged on the ear, but some are wearing a collar, and they're the naughty dingoes. Yeah. They're the ones that have been, keeping an eye on them for a reason. So if you see one of them, do not go near it. But I can already see the tourist buses at Eli here.
Oh, there's multiple buses.
Holy shit, we are in for a treat. There's a lot of people around. It is colder than a snowman's penis in here. Freezing. My nipples are already erect as. Look at this butt. Eli Creek. I'm gonna try to float. I've got the bubble in my pulleys. Rightio, that's Eli Creek done. We've just parked down the creek a little bit because it is crazy today. Anyway, it was one of the weirdest experiences we've ever had at Eli. Like, there's not much water in it to float, so it was a bit awkward. Everyone's just like walking past one another, and yeah, there was like not really any real point doing that today because the water's like only ankle deep. You can't even really float. So anyway, we've just come down the river a little bit. Well, down the creek, but yeah, we just parked the car up right there. Have a go at that, and this is way more tranquil. So if you do like the touristy stuff, there's definitely a lot of touristy stuff here on Fraser. We got a few set waves coming through here. Someone just came through the creek, but yeah, you can definitely get away from the tourists if they're too much for you. But we're going to put the drone up because this is one of the best looking spots here on Fraser. We're just watching people cross Eli Creek here, and I'm telling you now, it's up to the top of people's wheels, and 95% of people aren't running a snork. They're not realising, oh, you're kidding. They don't realise that they're only this much away from flooding their engine. Like, the water they only have to go through it a bit too quick, and they're gone. They're dusted, they're smoked, they're on the back of a truck because their engine's blown up or hydro locked. Like, seriously, it's absolutely blowing our mind. It's almost like we're getting a show here, just sitting here at the creek. Tranquil, nice creek.
It's been more exciting than Eli Creek.
And there's motorbike riders bloody falling off in the creek. There's all sorts of stuff happening. So, old mate's going to have a crack here. Oh, he's going the legs up. Can.
Nice.
The old knack off the top. Or he's going to get bogged.
No, he's not.
All right, we got a mate here, and I'm just seeing what her little trigger word is. Ready? Beef sticks, walkies, beach, cats, possum, turtle, whale, babe. We have been running iTech World products for the last 5 years full-time around Australia. We think it's the best bang for buck 12-volt company out there, and right now the value is even better because they're having their biggest sale of the year. It's their Black Friday sale. It's up to 60% off, and with our discount code SKT, you're going to make that up to 65% off. It's crazy, guys. But on the iTech World website, and right now solar blankets are like 50% off, so it's never been a better time to purchase a solar blanket. Lithium batteries as well, guys. They're all pretty much half price. Power stations are almost half price. Like, it is a huge sale. Definitely go over to the iTech World website, especially while Christmas is approaching us. It's never been the better time to purchase a gift for your loved one or upgrade or update any of your setups. Strike while the iron's hot, and don't forget that discount code SKT. I present ADHD Chats, presented by Dopamine and Caffeine. Rightio, so if you're coming down, you've got to come down to Central Station and do a bit of a...
beautiful.
I feel like we're going to run into Tarzan.
And there is not one other person here. It's so beautiful. Look at me.
I've got cheese on my face. Get it for me quick. Everyone can see it on YouTube. Anyway, sorry, we just had a bit of food, as you can probably tell, but this is a sand island, right? And you're probably wondering, how do they know the whole island is made of sand? Now, I think it's like the rivers. See the river? It's like sand down there. It's like beach sand. I think if you dig down anywhere on the island deep enough, you're going to find sand. So I think that's how they do it. But like the water here is so clear, you can't even tell there's actually water in the creek because it's so transparent, you can't even bloody see it. So I'll show you some of this, but yeah, you've got to come to Central Station and do the walk through here. And if you're into birds too, like I'm not talking about females, I'm talking about actual birds. If you're into birds, there's a lot of birds around here too. So yeah, if that tickles your fancy, if that's the way you swing, mate, birds are down here. Now, if I was 10 foot tall with a mouth the size of a bowling ball, this would be a cracker didgeridoo. One of the most interesting trees I've found in this forest here. This is a palm tree, and it ends all the way over there. Watch the end. Can you see the end, Sarah? I'll show you. I'll show people where this ends up.
Wait, I don't think you can even see it yet.
This tree is so bent. Ready? See that monkey up in that tree there? Look at that. But look how bent it is. I can't believe that. That's insane. It's very, very interesting how it's grown like that. And look, they've even put a thing in the deck for it.
Alright, that's enough. No shaking. This is what hiking with an ADHD person is like.
Oh, well, we made it back to camp, and let me tell you, me and Sarah are just sitting here having a few beers and watching this tide come in. It is ferocious. There's a 4-metre swell pumping, and our cars are like literally having to drive through salt water. Hopefully I can get one on film. It's absolutely crazy.
So I've seen heaps of videos online of this, and I always thought like, oh, how do you even get yourself in this situation? Like people driving along beaches and waves just crashing into the side of their cars, always on Fraser. I was like, I just don't understand it. But now I'm kind of getting it because the swell the last 2 days has been so big. We're still like 3 hours off high tide, and this is pushing right up to like the start of the dune. So people are literally driving through and getting caught out and having like water wash up their wheels, and we're still not even at high tide. So I'm very keen to see what it looks like in a few hours.
I think we've got real lucky with this camp though, because we're like perched up on top of this little bit of green grass. We're so close to the waves, and we're a little bit elevated as well. So literally we've got a box seat for the tide coming in. And have a look at this. Look, as we speak, that wasn't even a bad one. But as you can see, the beach is gone.
Up to the next camp up there because it's like such a nice cute little camp, and I realised that their whole camp right up to the trees there was actually water in there. So either someone's dumped all of their grey water, or but like you can see that this is water coming up.
Yeah, no, I can see it there, Sarah. You can see the water's come up this cut in. Oh well, hopefully
It'll be fine.
Hopefully we're far enough back off the ocean. Like we're having a laugh at people now, but maybe karma's going to come bite us in the ass tonight when the tide's high. Who knows? But it is a spectacular camp. Like it's insane. So we'll just run the risk. Sometimes life is a game of Russian roulette. We don't know where the tide's going to finish, but that's wet sand has definitely come in through this cut in. So obviously that's where we've parked there. Hopefully it'll be right. Sarah, we might be in trouble here. This is not good. Don't worry, Sarah, I'll do my best to watch the tide. I'll just sit here and watch it.
Oh, shit! Fuck!
Oh no.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
Holy shit!
Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Holy macaroni! That was a fucking good one. Look at that. That's not far from camp, really. That's like very close. No wonder the grass is growing so well here. Oh well, time for another beer. What do you reckon?
Not bad.
Look at this. Quick update on the tide here, folks. She's looking all right. Still pushing up pretty high. It's just getting more consistently high. As you can see, that one's hitting the dune. But our log's still there as well, which is good to see. We all love a good log, especially in the morning. But check this out.
So nice.
Are you kidding? Watch out! Watch out! You bloody imbecile! I order! Rightio, the tide was fine, ended up being alright, but we'll touch and go for a second there, and tomorrow it's another 200 mil higher, so it's 3.2 tomorrow. Today's about a 3 meter tide. Anyway, I know you guys love stats. Sarah's just cooking some dinner, and we're going to show you what we're having tonight, but I just want to run you through fuel, water, power, all that sort of stuff to keep us off grid. So we've used about 110 litres of water, maybe a little bit more, 130 litres around abouts, and we have just over 300 litres of capacity. So we're going really good, and we've only got a couple of days left off grid. So that's been great. We've been showering every single day. They're not long showers, but we definitely are showering. And yeah, it's so good having the Caravan. Call me soft, but I grew up in swags, and we've swagged Fraser before, and like I said, it's so good having the Caravan here. We've used about 90 litres of diesel, and we've averaged 27 litres per 100. Keep in mind though, that is probably about 100 kilometres of, well, more than 100 kilometres, even 150 kilometres of towing on the beach. So V8 Landcruiser with a heavy Caravan on the back, it's obviously through soft sand, it's not going to be the best fuel economy, but we've averaged about 27 litres per 100 kilometres. Now, we have fueled up once there is fuel on the island. It costs about $3.20 to fuel up at these servos, but you know, you pay whatever they want you to pay, because at the end of the day, you're on an island, and if you need fuel, you need fuel. But it is good to have it here, which is great. So that's one thing to note as well. We've done about 390 kilometres so far on this sand island. So it is a massive island, and if you've never been to Fraser, you're gonna get here and be like, holy crap, it is a massive island. He wasn't talking crap. We can drive hours and hours around here and still not get to the top or the bottom of the island. So anyway, keep that in mind. It's a massive island, and if you can bring some extra fuel jerrys, I think that would be very, very beneficial. Now, we're sitting on 83% battery. Sarah's been using the air fryer all afternoon to make tomorrow's lunches, because we are
doing some tandoori chicken, so we can do like wraps and stuff tomorrow while we're on the west side.
Yeah, so we're doing a big mission tomorrow, around 2 hours to get over to the west side from where we are now. And like I said, we're going to be putting all the camping zones details in little titles down below, so you'll know exactly where we're camping. But yeah, about 2 hour round trip. Now, Sarah tonight is making one of our favourite meals on the road. It's our favourite because, one, it's super cheap.
And it's so easy. Tacos. Need I say no, say more, it's just easy,
Yeah,
and they're yum.
and we just throw a bit of bean mix into it, beef it up a bit, so we get so many dinners out of this. We'll probably have this for the next 3 nights. It sounds really bad, but we love it. And I'm going to show you a sneaky little taco trick that you guys can do to spice it up. If you're cooking this for your families, your loved ones, yourself, let me tell you, once you start doing this trick, and let us know in the comments below, do you do this already? Because let me tell you, when I first met this beautiful lady right here, she showed me how to do this, and it has changed my life. So let us know if you've done this before, but we can't show you until it's finished and it's ready to eat. Just one other thing on power as well. I did say we're on 83%. We've been using the air fryer all afternoon for literally hours.
So normally what happens is, if we didn't do that, if we had 100% and then the sun starts setting and obviously we start using power, normally when I wake up in the morning after we run the inverter, the Starlink, we're sitting on around 87, 88%. And by about 10 a.m. the next day, we're normally at 100% capacity. So that is how I know that this system is really well thought out. And even in that winter sun that's really bad angle, it's been very, very good. So anyway, I thought I'd add that in as well.
Alright, so what you want to do is you want to get your soft taco, put a bit of sour cream, sriracha, and then also guacamole, but we don't have that.
And cheese.
And cheese. And then you're going to put your hard taco on top, so it's like squished in there. And then you're just going to fill it as usual.
But once you go hard taco inside soft taco,
you really can't go back.
That does sound like sexual innuendo, but I definitely don't mean it like that. That is the bomb. Try it like
all
that.
Of your toppings. We had it with our friends the other day and they were like, yeah, we're converted. So try it.
Try that at home and let us know in the comments if you've done it like that before. And let us know once you try it what you reckon, because this will change your life. Good morning, guys. We've woken up. It's another paradise day here on Fraser Island Kgari, whatever you bloody want to call it. We're heading to the west side of the island today, and it's something that we haven't been able to show you guys because the wind's been so crap.
I know, spewing. But today is meant to be like beautiful weather over on the west side, so hopefully we can show it off to you guys, because yeah, we spoke to the ranger and he was just like, there was people on the west side that were camping there and they literally packed up all of their stuff and moved over to the east because it was so windy and terrible over there. So fingers crossed today is nice enough to show you.
Yeah. And we have been looking at the weather window for like the time that we've spent here, and that's one thing that we probably recommend people doing is when you go on a Fraser, get here, get the most accurate weather forecast you can and sort of plan out your trip on Fraser once you're here, because let me tell you, you know, things change here, erosion happens, tracks get shut. So
it's like the one thing about Fraser is it does take a lot of planning. You can't, well, you could just rock up here and just go with the flow, but if you want to see as much as you can, you do have to plan it out with weather and stuff, because the island is just so big, the tides impact it so much. So yeah, you do have to plan it out. You can't just like roll with the punches if you just want to see.
Yeah, and the people that do just go with the flow here are probably the ones that we see yesterday getting caught out with these tides and stuff, that are literally having to drive through salt water. Sarah's still having coughing fits. Yeah, she's got a shock and cough at the moment. We need to get her some cough syrup, but I don't think there's any on the island. But one thing I want to show you guys is something that I've been using every morning, and I made a video about this a while ago, but a lot of people might not have seen it. Now, this is called the iThrottle throttle controller. Now, normally throttle controllers are really good for, you know, changing the way your vehicle feels on and off road. They have some really, really good benefits, and like I shown in that video, there's some fallacies and some BS around them as well. But this is one feature on the iThrottle that is exclusive to iThrottle. I'm sure a lot of other people are going to copy it, but check this out. It's a small Australian business making these, and it's a one-man band, and he's always thinking of ways he can improve his product. Now, if you go to winch mode like this, and if you dial this up, I go to about number 3, as you can see, the revs are coming up. And I use this as like a factory idle up, which is really, really cool. A lot of other people are actually using the idle up function, the winch mode, whatever you want to call it, to actually run their air compressors too, because they need the higher revs to keep the battery charged, because some people's air compressors absolutely suck the life out of their cranking batteries. So there's so many little features, and people are commenting things that they're using their idle up features for, which is pretty cool. But I just wanted to show you guys that. So that's an iThrottle throttle controller, and it makes your throttle way more responsive, and you can dial it in for towing. It's got towing mode, it's got all sorts of different modes, plus it's got an immobilizer mode, which is really handy as well. There's so many of these vehicles getting stolen at the moment, so I'm always running the immobilizer mode as well. But yeah, I wouldn't leave home without one, and it's pretty cheap insurance to have as well. So iThrottle, if you did want a discount code there. People often give me credit on how little we get bogged. Now let me let you in on a little secret. We've been running the iThrottle throttle control. It's the best throttle control on the market. It transforms any vehicle from an absolute slug into a bullet. Now they're having a Black Friday sale. Use the discount code SKT. You're gonna get 10% off, free shipping, plus a free breathalyzer. This thing's valued at 129 bucks, and it can save your life and your license. That's $169 of value, guys, if you remember the discount code SKT. And if you've already got a throttle controller, they do have a plug and play Apple CarPlay unit, and it is designed to plug into a cigarette socket and give any car, no matter what year it was made, full Apple CarPlay, which is just amazing. Use the discount code SKT on that, and you're also going to get 10% off, free shipping, plus a free breathalyzer. Make sure you remember the discount code SKT when you are shopping at iThrottle. Back to the video. Australian businesses, especially one-man bands that are always trying to outperform these, you know, bigger companies. So he's thinking outside the box, and yeah, it's been working an absolute treat. Rightio, we're just cruising along, I think it's called Warrally Road, not too sure how to say it, but as you can see, Fraser Island is so much more than just, well, Kgari, Fraser, is so much more than just coastal environments. Like, we just went through one of the densest, you know, most beautiful crisp air forests, like rainforests.
It's so beautiful.
It was like the Daintree, pretty much, and it's on the middle of this sand island, and now we're out into this sort of more arid Australian sort of native plants. We got banksias, all sorts of different trees, scribbly gums. Yeah, it's just the environment's changed so quick out here, and one minute you're on a picturesque turquoise water beach, and then the next minute you're out here in this sort of more typical Australian bush. But it is absolutely stunning. We're almost there, so if you guys are doing this trip across the middle of the island, it takes about an hour, we reckon.
Hour and a half. We've been on the track for an hour. And
almost
we've got
an hour,
about
yeah.
10 k's to go.
Yeah, so
That's like, we haven't really
stopped too many
like
times.
twice to get a few things. So if you want to like take your time, stop, get photos and stuff,
Hour and a half. So yeah, definitely factor that in with the tides and stuff. So
and there's heaps of spots where you can pull over and get photos and stuff. Like, it is so beautiful.
And there is a lot of animals between the dingoes, the birds, all the stuff. It's thriving out here, and yeah, it's absolutely stunning. The morning light right now is incredible. Hopefully we can show you guys, but we are going to be heading to Waiu Creek. There's a camp down here, one of the best camps on Fraser.
We didn't know it at the time, but we're about to break something on Leroy, and let me tell you, it's not going to be a cheap fix. Rightio, we just got over to the west side, and we had no idea so many whales actually pass through the gap between Hervey Bay and the west coast of Fraser, but it's pretty evident they've lost a lot of sand. I've never seen the beach so steep and all these rocks exposed, but it's definitely still passable. We're heading towards Waiu Creek, which is another fantastic camp. There's a few creek crossings, I think, on the way, so hopefully we can get through those. And yeah, it's a beautiful sight today, the west coast. There's absolutely no swell over this side, but like I said, you've got to check the winds and pick the side of the island that's going to be the best. Now, a question that a lot of people will probably ask us is, can you get a decent sized caravan over to the west coast? Now, the track that we just did, I would say no. I reckon we would be able to get our van here no problems, but we would scratch the absolute crap out of it. And yeah, I think that I would probably avoid taking caravans or trying to take caravans to the west coast. If you have a camper trailer or a really small hybrid caravan, like a 15 foot or less, I reckon it's doable. But like I said, you will scratch it, and if you don't really know what you're doing, you'd have to be super experienced, that's all I'm saying. But it is possible. I reckon we could get our caravan here, but like I said, there's no point in scratching the crap out of your gear and wrecking your gear. Yeah, so anyway, keep that in mind. Let's keep going. Hopefully we can make it up to these spots, because it's absolutely smoking good over here today. If you missed last week's video, something hilarious happened and I got the dingoes to howl with me. But what's even funnier is what your dog's reactions were sitting on the couch at home watching, reacting to our video. Have a look at this. Rightio, we just got to Waiu Creek or whatever you call it. We're saying I'm probably super wrong, but we've got a little creek crossing here. I haven't walked it, but I can see the bottom, so hopefully it's not a little bit of a trick here, and we can get through this one. But this is crossing the Waiu Creek, and this is actually where we camped last time, and it was spectacular. Let's have a crack. Nice. Woo! Rightio, we just might have broken the first thing on the trip, and it's not a cheap break either. It's a pretty expensive thing to fix. Now, just come out of that creek crossing, and it was pretty steep exit, and I've just bent up the Manta exhaust tip here. As you can see, we've just hit it smack bang right there and pushed it right up. So yeah, that's not good. I'm going to see if I can quickly bush mechanics fix it now, but it's definitely not going to go back to perfectly circle. Wonder if I'll get a better note out of it now. Nah. Rightio. Rightio, let's see if we can fix this. As you can see, she's pretty bent. That was loose. Oh, it's bending in that. Interrupting the video for 1 second, we have just released our Fraser Island Ultimate Guide ebook. It is designed to make you an expert on Fraser Island, whether it's your first time there or your 5th time. We've made all the mistakes for you, and we've taken all the planning and the guesswork out of it for you, and literally give you everything you need to know for your Fraser Island trip. And like I said, it's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of money, because we have made the mistakes for you, so you don't have to. We've made it such an affordable little package, and Sarah has spent so much time crafting this for you guys. And like I said, it's going to help a lot of you guys out there. So it is available on our website for you guys to purchase. We really recommend going and having a look. And like I said, if you do purchase that ebook, you are supporting us. Back to the video. Oh well, shit happens, and if you F around, you find out sometimes. And yeah, I should have taken probably a different line coming out of that creek crossing, because it was like real steep. Where I walked through. Yeah, where was the spotter actually? Hey, I'm blaming Sarah now.
You watched me walk through and then you decided to pick a different line.
You could have spotted me through that better, I reckon. Let us know in the comments below. It was definitely Sarah's fault.
A filmer or a spotter?
Both. Both. So anyway, we're going to fix that. We're heading up to FNQ, and our mates has got a mandrel bender. I think it's called a mandrel bender. So we're going to make it even better. I'll just leave it like that for now. The car's still breathing. The EGTs haven't gone up at all, so it hasn't restricted it. So yeah, we'll see how we go there, but I want to turn it out the side anyway, so it's actually a blessing, Sarah.
Yeah, is it right?
But I think if we were to order that new part off Manta, they were fully stainless steel 4-inch tailpipe, I think it'd be about $1,000 worth of damage there, but yeah, that sucks. But anyway, like I said, shit happens. Last time we were here, right at this point, we are actually seeing about a 6-meter tiger shark. So I'll try to dig that drone footage up now, because that was like a submarine of a shark.
Huge.
That's probably what people's worst nightmare is. Yeah. They fall asleep and that's their worst nightmare. So anyway, I'll throw.
Just take you in one bite.
Oh, easy. And we're trying to find a dingo as well, because there's heaps of dingoes on the west side and they're really friendly over here. So try to find one of those to show you. But yeah, how good's this? Fraser Island West Coast, bit of damage. Life goes on. This shot here really shows you the scale of the shark. Compare it to the car in the background compared to the shark, and this thing is, I reckon, 5 meters plus. So we're exploring new parts of Fraser we've never explored before. We're almost down, so I should say up to Wathumba, which is a camp on the west coast. Sarah's just found a leather hat.
It's got beautiful like designs on it.
Oh shit. Look at this. See how it's got all these beautiful, what about the other side? Look at this.
And a boot as well over there. Our whole bin is going to be full. We've just driven past.
We got a Yeti bottle sitting there. We're going to pick up.
And pick all that up. But someone must have, like, I don't know if they've capsized their boat or something, or lost.
Yeah, something's going on.
All camping gear and like this hat.
Crazy. We could make money on this trip, pick up all this stuff and sell it on bloody Marketplace, mate. But check this out. Look, there's no one around. We're like proper remote on Fraser Island. Like there's no car tracks. There's no car tracks, no people. There's a pro fisherman in his pro boat in the distance, but yeah, we are somewhere we've never been before. So yeah, that one could have tinea in it or foot fungus. Leroy's still ticking along with that bloody collapse exhaust. Doesn't seem like it's restricting it at all. It's probably still got more exhaust than most stock 200 series. So anyway, we're gonna keep exploring, but how sick is this? So cool. We just got to Waiu Creek and we have never seen it like this. There's not another soul here.
Crazy. I reckon, well, Keelan just said it's because the weather's probably been so bad that everyone probably just left. So this is probably where everyone was camping when the ranger said they all just packed up and leave. But
yeah,
last time we did this, we came from this track coming the other way, and this whole campsite was just full of people, and we were so nervous because we were like crossing the creek in front of so many people.
Yeah, because this creek,
it's a bit deeper.
It can fill up, like Sarah's right, it can get a bit daunting. So we're in the creek crossing now, and it's probably just like ankle deep, a lot of it, and then it probably goes to half a metre just there for like a metre. So it gets way worse than this, and it does catch people out. I've seen a lot of cars on social media bogged in this creek. So anyway, rightio, so that's the creek just there, and then these are the campsites here under these trees, and then obviously you've got ocean views. But like I said, if the wind's really bad, and it has been, this is just horrible over this side, and vice versa for the east side. But the good thing about the west side is there's not as big a waves pushing up the beach and making it hard to drive on the sand and a bit treacherous. So that's the good thing about the west side, is that the tides are a fair bit more predictable, I will say.
We got some tandoori wraps here. They are bloody huge, but it's gonna be so good. Can't wait.
It is.
So
Tandoori chicken.
Tandoori chicken. Then I roasted some capsicum, and then we just got cherry tomatoes, red onion, cheese, and spinach on there.
And then what a spot, look at this.
Doesn't get much better, does it?
Right on a Waiu. Kidding? We're having a Waiu right here, look at that. I'd say we
That is a big wrap.
We are a Waiu today.
Nice.
Rightio, Sarah's gonna have a crack at Warley. Oh, sorry, where are we? At Waiu Creek. You're right, yeah, just go straight. Nice and easy. Woo! Nice one. Nagala rocks, now you're doing a Waiu Creek. What's
See
next?
how deep that was? It was like over my bonnet.
Yeah, look at that, the bonnet's super wet. I reckon you'll do Nolan's when we get to Cape. Rightio, we're just heading out Waiu Creek Road, the road that goes back to the Warrelli Road or Warrelli or whatever it's called. But we just ran into 3 lovely couples that follow the channel, and they said they come down this hill, and they said it's pretty rough, and we've just found where they're talking about. So hopefully we can get up it here. The crack, got everything locked in. Oh yeah, seatbelt's probably important too. Rightio, send the diff lock in, low range, traction off, but it should be probably on, I'd say. And turn it back on. So far so good. Wow, the holes are pretty big. Go Leroy. Go. Oh, sick. That was mad. Rightio, we got another bit of a hill here, and this is the one that we remember from last time, and it is slightly difficult from memory. Alright, Sarah just said it's crazy. So let's see what Sarah reckons when I drive it first shot. No, I just jinxed myself now. Never say that. Where's some wood? Touch wood. Alright, we're cruising. First gear, low range, everything pushed. Someone's already chewed it up. Wow, that's sick.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So many of you still aren't subscribed, and it just means you're supporting us in a free way, and you won't miss out on next week's video. See you then.